Hello students, welcome back to our maths class. In this session, we will continue further with question number 6 of exercise 5.1. Let us read the question, children, here. In the given figure, angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. If angle 1 is decreased, what changes should take place in angle 2 so that both angles still remain supplementary? Children, here the condition is given to us that both the angles should be, one minute, it is given that both the angle 1 and angle 2 have to be supplementary, and the condition is if we decrease angle 1, then what will be the change in angle 2? Children, you can see here, I have drawn a figure here where angle 1 and angle 2 I have marked. Right, you can see this is the first condition where angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. That means you can see they are 180, they are adjacent angles. Right, now if the same thing, if I put it here, that suppose they are asked us that if angle 1 is decreased, you can see here this angle 1 is here obtuse. If I make it acute, you can see like this, suppose this I change angle 1 and this I change to angle 2. That means our condition we have fulfilled, angle 1 is decreased here. Then what did you see the change in angle 2, children, here? Yes, very good. That means angle 2 is increased here. Here as I decrease angle 1, that much will be the increase in angle 2 also here, right. So what will be the answer? That if angle 1 is decreased, then angle 2 must be increased by the same value. If I am decreasing here 40 degree, here 2 will increase by 40 degree, because both of them together make 180 degree. Okay. So hence what is our answer? If we change angle 1, that is if we decrease angle 1, the same value will be increasing for angle 2 also. Next question. Can two angles be supplementary if both of them are acute? Children, the condition we have to take two angles and we have to make them supplementary, but the condition is there we have to take two angles as acute only. What is acute? Less than 90 degree, right. Now you can see I have taken made the table here, angle 1 and angle 2. I will take example first. Suppose I take here first as 70 and other if I take as angle as acute only, no, they have to, okay, 30. Do you think I will get 180? No. Why? Because it reached here only 100. Similarly, if I take, suppose I take 80 and suppose other I will take as 50, I will get maximum 130. And still if you know, if I take 89 children, the highest number that we can add here is what? 89. If I take 89, what I will get? 178. Right. Still you can see that this will not reach to 180 because it is given that it has to be supplementary. So anyhow I take two acute angles to the maximum limit, it is not possible that both of them will sum up to 180, that is they will become supplementary. So what we will write our answer as? No, if two angles are acute, means less than 90 degree, the two angles cannot be supplementary because their sum will be always less than 180 degree. Okay. Now one more question related to here, same thing. Now if we take both as obtuse, is it possible to have that both the angles will be supplementary? You can see here, I have taken example 1 and example 2, angle 1 and angle 2. Now let us take few examples, because it is obtuse, it is always more than 90, right. Suppose I take 110 and if I take another as 100, you can see as 210. This is more than supplementary, that is 180, right. I will take another example, children. If I want 170 I take, 120 I take, what it will become? You will get as 290. This is also more than 180. That means our answer will be no. Why? Because if two angles are obtuse, means more than 90, the two angles cannot be supplementary because their sum will always be more than 180 degree. Is this clear? Now let us see one more question with the same. Now if the condition I change, that if the two angles are right angle, will they be supplementary, children? Right angle is what? 90 degree, right? So you can see if I take that both the angles as right angle, that is 90, 90, I will get 180 degree. Yes, they will be supplementary here. Okay. So yes, if two angles are right angle, means both are 90 degree, then the two angles can form the supplementary pair. That is 90 plus 90, I will get 180 degree. Okay. Let us see, children, what is the next question here. An angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45 degree, equal to 45 degree, or less than 45 degree? Now children, the one condition is given to us, that one angle, you can take any angle that is greater than 45, and will its complementary angle, complementary means the both of them should be equal to 90. Then that another complementary angle, will it be equal to 45 greater than 45 or less than 45? That we have to answer here. Now let us assume the complementary angle be P and Q here. So two angles that are complementary I have taken as P and Q. According to that, the complementary angle, children, they sum up to 90. That means P plus Q, I will get 90 degree. Now it is given in the question that P is greater than 45. The first angle I have taken as P, that is greater than 45. From the question I have taken, children, that P is greater than 45. Now what I have to do, children, here? Now I want Q with this. So for this I will transpose Q on both the side. That means I will add Q on the both the side. So if I add Q in this equation on both the side, children, you can see P plus Q. Okay. So for here only P equal to, P greater than 45 is given. If I add Q here on both the side, what I will get? P plus Q greater than 45 plus Q. That is the next thing you can see here. Okay. So adding Q on the both the side, I will get P plus Q greater than 45 degree plus Q. Now you can see that here it is given P plus Q is equal to 90 degree. You got here P plus Q. I will substitute the value of P plus Q as 90 degree, which is given to here in the condition. So 90 degree greater than 45 degree plus Q. Now this number 45 I will take on the another side for subtraction. I will get 90 degree minus 45 degree, which is greater than Q. That means you can see we will have 45 degree only, that for Q is less than 45 degree. So what will get our answer, children? It is hence the complementary angle will always be less than 45 degree only. Suppose, children, this is the practical thing. If you want to do just a calculation, if suppose the angle is greater than 45, it is given to us, I take that angle as 55, right? What is the complementary angle? If I want to find out 55 degree, I will subtract 55 from 90 degree. What I will get, children, here? I will get 35 degree here. Okay, that means 35 degree is always less than 45 degree. It is just a simple calculation. Instead of that doing this, you can use this also, but bit calculative work you have to do here. Okay, but similarly this I gave you just a hint that how does it work here. Now let us see what is the next question to us. In the adjoining figure, this is a figure given here, children, where different angles are marked to us and few questions we have to answer on the basis of that. Is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Children, angle 1 is here and angle 2 is here. Then do you think that they both are adjacent here? Yes, children. That angle 1 and angle 2 have the common vertex here, that is O, and they share the common arm, and the non-common arms are on the either side. That means angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent to each other. That is question number 1. Question 2. Is angle AOC, that means this angle, is angle AOC adjacent to AOE, that means this angle? Can you tell children whether they are adjacent here? No. They are having same vertex, children. You will tell, Miss, vertex is same. Yes, vertex is same, but you can see that they have common arm also, but only the difference is that the non-common arms are not on the either side of the common arm. You can see that this is the common arm, but the opposite ray is here, right? So, since they are having a common vertex O and common arm AO, still we find that they are not adjacent. Why? Because they do not have non-common arm on the both the side of common arm. You can see here, this is common arm, this is the arm, but this is not common to it. So, we cannot tell that they are adjacent. Next, do angle COE. COE is this angle, and EOD, where is EO and D, that is this angle, form a linear pair. Children, what is the condition for linear pair? That they should be adjacent. So, can you tell that angle 2 and angle 3, 4 are adjacent? Yes, they are adjacent. They share the common vertex also, that is O, and you can see they fall on the opposite ray, that is they make a straight line, and the other non-common arms are forming opposite rays. That means, yes, angle COE and EOD form a linear pair. Number 4, RBOD. Where is BOD, children? BOD, that is this angle, and DOA supplementary. Children, what is the condition for supplementary angles? That they should be 180 degree. So, let us answer here. Yes, angle BOD and DOA having a common vertex, that is this is the common vertex O, and a common arm OE. Okay, we have the common arm here, both has OE, and their non-common arms OA and OB are the opposite to each other. Okay, what is next? Is angle 1 vertically opposite of angle 4? Children, you can see here that angle 1 and angle 4 are the vertically opposite angles. Why? Because they are formed by the intersection of two straight lines here. Okay, so this angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Next, what is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? Children, angle 5 is here. If I want to find the vertically opposite angle, you can see here this part, that is this two line intersection will give me the vertically opposite angle of 5, that is angle 2 plus angle 3. Okay, so what is together if I put 2 and 3? It is COB. Okay, so what is the answer? Angle COB is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5 here. Question number 10. Indicate which pairs of angles are vertically opposite angles. Children, this is a figure given, you have to just name the angles with the help of this figure. Okay, which are the vertically opposite, children? Angle 1 and angle 4. So, this angle and this angle is the first pair of vertically opposite angles, and you can take angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3. So, angle 5 is vertically opposite angle, together they combine angle 2 plus angle 3. So, here you can see here 5 and angle 2 and 3 are the vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now, second, children, we have this question here, which are the pairs of linear pairs we have to find from here. Okay, you can see here angle 1 and angle 5, they fall on the straight line, they are adjacent. So, angle 1 and angle 5. Another pair also, children, we have this is also another straight line, that means angle 5 and angle 4 also are the linear pair of angles, because they share the common vertex and the non-common arms, they form the opposite rays. So, with this, children, we end this session. Hope you understood, learn this well. Thank you.